Wealth is not just built in boardrooms, businesses, or banks. It's built in the living room, at the dinner table, and in the quiet conversations parents have with their children. While most families focus on survival, bills, and day-to-day struggles, wealthy parents are planting seeds of financial power in their kids' minds from the very beginning. These are not lessons you find in a school textbook. These are the hidden lessons that shape how their children see money, success, and life itself. And the truth is, these lessons are why the rich keep getting richer. So today we're breaking down 10 powerful lessons that rich parents teach their kids early, lessons that could change your financial future if you learn them too. Lesson 1. Money is a tool, not the enemy. For most kids, money feels like this mysterious, stressful subject. They hear parents arguing about bills, worrying about debt, or complaining about expenses. That creates fear around money. But wealthy parents reframe the conversation. They tell their kids, money is a tool, not a monster. Just like a hammer can build a house or break a window, money can create or destroy depending on how you use it. This changes everything. Because when kids see money as a tool, they don't grow up fearing it, they grow up learning how to use it. They ask, how do I get more of it? How do I make it work for me? Instead of, why is money always the problem? That mental shift is the foundation of financial confidence. Lesson 2. Assets versus liabilities. Schools rarely teach financial literacy. But rich parents make sure their kids understand the difference between an asset and a liability before they're even old enough to drive. They break it down in the simplest terms. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. It doesn't matter if you're a teenager buying sneakers, a college student choosing your first credit card, or an adult buying your first car. If you understand this difference, you will make smarter financial decisions. This is why the kids of the wealthy grow up wanting to own businesses, properties, and investments, not just flashy toys that drain their bank account. Lesson 3. Don't trade time for money forever. One of the most powerful lessons rich parents teach early is this: a paycheck is only step 1. Most people grow up thinking the goal is to get a job, work hard, and climb the ladder. But wealthy parents tell their kids, that ladder has a ceiling. If you only trade your time for money, you'll always be limited. There are only 24 hours in a day. Rich parents encourage their children to think about leverage, how to earn money even when they're not working. That could mean building a business, investing in stocks, owning rental property, or creating intellectual property. But the message is clear: work hard once, get paid forever. Lesson 4. Learn the language of money. Think about it. If you never learn Spanish, you can't expect to travel through Spain with ease. The same is true with money. If you don't know the language, you'll always struggle. Wealthy parents make sure their kids grow up hearing terms like equity, interest, ROI, assets, dividends, credit, debt, and leverage. It's not about making them financial experts overnight. It's about making them comfortable with the vocabulary so they don't feel lost later in life. When their kids hear compound interest, they don't get scared. They understand it. And that comfort gives them an advantage most people never get. Lesson 5. Delayed gratification. While many kids are taught, spend it if you've got it, rich parents teach their children the opposite. Wait, invest, and grow. It's not about being cheap. It's about teaching the discipline of delayed gratification. For example, instead of buying the newest gadget the moment it comes out, they show their kids how investing that money could grow into something far bigger. They explain that wealth isn't built from impulse, it's built from patience. This is why the kids of the wealthy grow up with the ability to resist short-term pleasures for long-term gains. And in life, that's one of the most valuable skills anyone can have. Lesson 6. Failure is a teacher, not a disaster. Most parents shield their kids from failure. They treat mistakes like something to be ashamed of. But wealthy parents? They see failure as a classroom. They encourage their kids to try businesses young, even lemonade stands or small hustles. If they fail, it's not the end. It's feedback. The lesson is simple: failure is not final. Every setback is just data. It shows you what doesn't work so you can get closer to what does. That's why children raised in wealthy families often have more confidence to take risks. They don't fear failure the same way others do. They're trained to see it as part of the journey. Lesson 7. Relationships are wealth. Rich parents also teach their kids something most people overlook. Your network is your net worth. They encourage their kids to build connections early, whether it's mentors, teachers, or peers with similar goals. They explain that who you surround yourself with shapes your opportunities. A wealthy child might hear, don't just study hard, make friends with the smartest person in the room. Don't just play sports, talk to the coach, learn leadership. It's about showing kids that relationships create doors that money can't always buy. Lesson 8. Self-education never stops. School might give you a degree, but wealthy parents teach their kids that the real education starts after graduation. They encourage reading books about money, leadership, psychology, and business. They make personal growth a family culture. They show that learning doesn't end at 18 or 22, it's a lifelong commitment. Because the truth is, knowledge compounds just like money does. And the earlier you start, the more powerful it becomes. Lesson 9. Multiple streams of income. Most households survive on one paycheck. But wealthy parents teach their kids to think bigger. They explain that if you only rely on one stream of income, you're always one step away from financial disaster. Lose your job and everything collapses. So they show their kids how to create multiple income streams through investments, businesses, or side hustles. The goal is simple: never depend on a single source. This is why wealthy families stay stable even when the economy shakes. They don't just have one safety net, they have 10. Lesson 10. Legacy over luxury. Finally, rich parents teach their kids something deeper than money. Legacy matters more than luxury. It's not about having the biggest car or the flashiest watch. It's about building something that lasts. They talk about family businesses, charitable foundations, and generational wealth. They explain that the true measure of success isn't just how rich you are, but how much impact you leave behind. And that lesson is what separates wealthy families from those who just get rich quick. Because while anyone can spend money, only visionaries think about passing it on. Hit subscribe if you're building your empire one lesson at a time. New videos every Tuesday and Friday. Welcome to the Lux Ledger.